Morning everybody, my name is Peter C. We're here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV, and today we're going to be taking a look at this 2025 Winnebago Revel 44EC. So this is a pretty exciting one. This is the first time we've gotten this floor plan at Transwest. This is a brand new floor plan, the 44EC. It's kind of a hybrid of a 44C and a 44E, but we'll show you more of that when we get inside. So first off, we'll go over the exterior real quick. So this is in full body selenite paint. This is built on a Mercedes Sprinter 2500 chassis. It's all-wheel drive, and we have these BF Goodrich KO2 All-terrain tires. So this is a very capable van for any kind of off-road adventuring you want to be able to do. The Sprinter 2500 chassis has a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel engine, makes 211 horsepower, 332 foot-pounds of torque, and you have a 5,000-pound towing capacity. Now up front here we have a small step. So because this van is really high, I mean, as you can see, I'm just about the level of the bottom of the window. They give you that step to be able to lean over the hood and clean off the window, just make it a little bit easier on you. Now heading around the side, one of the cool things on the Revel 44E and now the 44EC is this running board. So this is different than what you get on the Revel Sport. It's a nice sort of grippy running board that you don't have to worry about slipping too much on. They also put this pipe in the back, so if you have dogs or children getting in and out of the van, you don't have to worry about their foot slipping through there. This also has this cool little Revel styling engraved in it. So just a nice little feature. Now, one of the cool things about the Revel is that this does not have a traditional black tank. You have this cassette toilet. So what this is kind of a little suitcase where all of your, everything you flush your toilet goes into here. So we pull this out. The way this works is you just turn this right here and dump it. Now, this is full of liquid right now, so it's a little bit heavy, but you can see, that was nice. Well, I'm gonna leave that there for now. Our cap was not screwed on all the way. But the way this works essentially is it's just a little kind of portable black tank. You can dump this out at any rest stop, any pit toilet you'd find in a national forest. So not having to worry about emptying a traditional black tank is kind of nice. It just makes it a bit more flexible for you. And you can purchase additional ones of these as well. So if you're on the road for extended amount of time, or you're boondocking for a while and you don't want to have to worry about emptying this tank, you can just purchase an additional cassette toilet and swap them out whenever one gets full. Now, heading back this way, here's your 30 amp shore power cord. And we'll head around to the back of the van. So we have a ladder here to be able to access the roof. This has the same kind of Revel engraved styling that we saw on the running board. So just another neat feature. Now, your ladder to access the roof, there's not much room for storage up there, but you do have 210 watts of solar on the roof. So your ladder is there to be able to access the solar panels and clean them off if you're in a dusty or a snowy environment, you need to do so. So we'll get started back here in the garage. Now, on both windows out here, you're gonna have these insulated panels that will zip all the way open. So these just add to the insulation for the Revel. If you're camping in really cold or really hot climates, the more you can do to insulate these glass windows is going to just extend your longevity. Now, on the floor of the garage and throughout the whole van, you're gonna have this nice durable rubber flooring. So you don't have to worry about spilling anything, or if you're traveling with pets, them scratching it up. It's a very durable flooring. Over here in the side is where your batteries are housed. Now, a traditional Revel 44E would have 8.4 kilowatt of lithium battery capacity. This one actually has the lithium battery upgrade, which means this is a double battery. So instead of having 8.4 kilowatts, this doubles to 16.8 kilowatts of lithium battery. And those are the Lithionics batteries. Now this is the battery on-off switch right here. And there's another one of those up in the front that we'll show you. This would just be your light switch. We have the cigarette outlet right there. And at the bottom, this would be a solar expansion port. So this does have, again, 210 watts of solar. But this is here in case you want to add additional solar, like a suitcase solar or something. Now on our other wall, this will be your wet bay. So we do have a hot and cold water out here, as well as a shower hookup. Winnebago does supply you with a little rubber hose as a shower if you need it. Up top is your freshwater inlet, and then your water pump right here. So all of your water tanks are actually in this side panel right here. It's a single molded 35-gallon freshwater tank. As far as capacities, this van has 35 gallons of fresh water, 24 gallons of gray water, and then 5 gallons of black because that's your cassette toilet. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop down the bed from the inside, and then we'll go over everything above that. So the bed in this van is on like a little elevator. So all I gotta do is press a button in here, and this whole thing is gonna drop down into place. Now this bed will fit 2 adults side by side. As far as length, I'd say you pretty comfortably fit in here up to about 6'2". If you want anything back here measured, just reach out to us and we can get you measurements of anything you're curious about. Now on the roof, we have our AC unit. So this is 13.5K BTU AC. What's really nice about this is your AC vents are directly over your bed. So if you're camping in the heat, you don't have to worry about, not having enough AC. It's gonna be right over where you're sleeping. And you also have this little insulated curtain that'll drop down in the front. So when we zip this shut, it's gonna be really helpful to just keep all of your air-conditioned air in one area. So you don't have to worry about, you're cooling the whole coach instead of only the spot you need to be. This just allows you to really be efficient with your cold air. Now, up here, we have these little mesh pockets. So good spot to put, cell phones, laptops, tablets. On either side, there are USB-A and USB-C charging ports. So good spot for your cell phones. We have 2 little push button lights on the back over the window here. And then our window has these cassette shades in them. So this window will open to whatever depth you want it to. You just adjust it with that little screw. And then we have our day shade and our night shade built right into the window. Over here on the back wall, you'll have the 110 outlet for charging. And then just our light switches right here. Now, Jody, I'll have you head around to the front and we'll head into the living area. So this does have an awning up above, carefree awning with the LED lighting right there. This is an automatic awning, so 1 button to extend, 1 button to retract. It does have a wind sensor on it as well. So if you're ever camping in really windy area, you don't have to worry too much about it ripping your awning off because it will retract itself if it starts to sense it's bouncing too much. Now outside, we have a little fold down table right here. This has an adjustable strap on it to be able to account for if the van is off level, you can make this a level cooking surface. If you want to bring your induction burner out here and cook some eggs, you can get this perfectly level so you don't have to worry about food sliding around too much in the pan. This is on a magnet, so you don't have to clip it back in place or anything. You just throw it up and pull it off. Nice strong magnet. These are all your drains down here. Now, heading into the living area, well, we have our refrigerator right here actually. So what's nice about where they put this refrigerator is you can see right now I'm standing outside, I'm not inside the van, and I can access anything in this refrigerator very easily. So if you're around the campfire and you want to grab a beverage and you don't want to have to climb in and out of the van every time, really easy, just lean right in the door and get whatever you need. And there is a small little freezer box up top. Now we'll head in and we'll go over the rest of the kitchen first. So right here we have this little drawer. So this has kind of useful for like an extendable countertop. You have this little insert in here which you just pull out, and then your induction burner is right under that. So this plugs into 110. So you can plug this in the kitchen, or you could plug this in outside on that table and use it for your cooking. Now on the back, we have some more drawers right here. and a little sort of pantry cubby in the back right there. And then USB-A and USB-C charging again right there. Your 110 outlet to plug in your burner. And then this is your drain. Now you have a stainless steel sink basin here, a hose, like sprayer wand attachment, and a little basket right here to put anything that you need in the kitchen. So hand soap, sponges, dish rags, or seasonings if you're cooking up here. You have a nice little dedicated spot for that. And there is one push button light above in the kitchen here. And we have overhead storage in the kitchen as well. So this has the kind of felted carpet in here. So keeps anything from getting scratched in here, just adds a little bit of noise insulation. Now, one thing to point out real quick is you'll notice this nice wood grain on all the cabinets in here. That's actually an upgraded option that this Revel was built with. The default would just be a light gray or a green, but this wood grain is just a really nice little accent. Now we'll head into the bathroom. So this is a wet bath, and what's nice about this, sorry about that. What's nice about this is Winnebago tried to sort of add some storage capacity to this. A lot of people that get B vans don't really use the showers too much, so this is a very useful storage area as well. We have this little bamboo shelf that you can set on any one of these spots here and store all your things in here. And in the top, there's a curtain rod. So if you're going hiking or surfing or skiing and you're coming back to your van with really dirty clothes, you have a little exhaust fan up here at the top. So you can hang all your clothing in here, shut these doors, turn on the exhaust fan, and you don't have to worry about smells or anything building up in the van. Now, your toilet, this is a swivel toilet, so if you're faced this way, it's a little bit tight, but you can turn this direction, and that way, you know, you'll have your feet actually outside of the bathroom, so you're not totally crammed while you're in there. And then in the back, just a little storage compartment for soaps, and your toilet paper holder down here is insulated. Well, not insulated, but protected from water, so when you shower in here, you don't have to worry about your toilet paper getting wet. And then on the door, there's also this little fold out. Just gives you a little bit more privacy when you're using the restroom. Well, we'll go ahead and shut that and go over some of our living space here. Now, what we mentioned before, this being a hybrid of the 44E and the 44C. Prior to this floor plan, the 44E had two front-facing jump seats right here. And the thing with those is they sort of extended into this area where I'm standing, and a lot of people felt like it constricted the space in here a little bit. This sideways facing kind of bench seat was first introduced in the Sport 44C, and it was a really popular floor plan. I think Winnebago got a lot of really good feedback on it, so they incorporated that into the 44E. So now this is a 44E with the more comfortable bench seat. So this bench seat, you can fit two adults here side by side. You have two lap belts here for your passengers and this nice swivel table. So nice workstation if you want to sit here on your laptop or sit here and eat. And this will rotate completely around to let you, adjust the space in here. On the wall, there's just a little bit of storage right here. Now, behind our bench seat, you have the same kind of window we saw in the bedroom. So this window will open all the way out. And then you have day and night shades built right into it. And then on top, another storage compartment. This does have 110 outlets and USB-A and USB-C charging ports in the compartment. So if you want to put anything up there and charge it, you can do that. Now we'll go over some of our controls here real quickly. So down below is just all of our light switches. All of these are dimmable light switches. So you have high, off in the middle, and then low. This is our control for our bed. So all you have to do is turn this key. So right now that's in the locked position, but if we turn this key into the unlocked position, we just press this button and the bed will raise up or down. This right here is for our water. So our water pump switch is on here. This will display our tank levels. So our freshwater tank and our gray water tank are empty right now. This is for your timber line. Now, I believe we mentioned that this does not have any propane. This is entirely electric, so lithium batteries and solar. What the heater runs off of, this is called the timberline system. So this heater can work in two ways. You can either have it as a diesel fired heater where it'll pull off of your diesel tank, or you can have it heated through an electric element. So electric element is what you'd use if you're plugged into your 30 amp shore power, and that'll prevent you from running down your diesel tanks. But this is a hydronic heating, single zone, so it'll heat the entire coach. And up above is our EcoFlow battery controls. So this is pretty cool. This will display your available time depending on what you're currently running. So if you're running your AC unit and all of your lights and everything on at the same time, your available time is going to tell you in days and hours how long you can run everything at that current draw. So if you're, a lot of people leave pets in their van while they're going for a hike or something and they're worried about how long the AC is going to last, this will tell you exactly how long you can run your AC. And then obviously we have our battery capacity here in percentages. And then our output and our input. So right now we're outputting 130 watts, but our input is 92 watts of solar. Okay, and then we'll head up to the cab and finish off here. So above the cab, we have some nice storage up here. There's a really deep storage compartment to get some things in. Now, both of these seats are swivel seats. So I have this one right now turned around 180 degrees. Just offers, makes the more seating you can have in something that's small, the better. It's gonna make it feel bigger for you. And then I'll show you a few of our cab features real quick. So this kind of wood trim around your navigation system, that's part of the upgraded interior package that comes on this Revel. Now, the Mercedes portion of this van has a lot of nice features. You have active brake assist, active lane assist, you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, both wireless. But show you some of what we can do on the navigation here. So if we go into settings, all of our driving assistance features are really easy to just toggle on and off. So our downhill speed regulation, just toggle that on and off. Your collision avoidance features. So we have brake assist, lane keeping assist, blind spot assistance, but all of this with the click of a button, we can activate it or deactivate it. So your traffic sign assist, that will actually read speed signs or speed limit signs as you're going through an area, and it will display it it'll display it right in front of you. So if you're going through a area with adjusted speed limits, like a work zone or something, this will actually read the adjusted speed limit and display it on the dash in front of you. And then our camera. So we'll show you the backup camera real quickly. So that's our backup camera on right now. We have our 360 view right here. What's really cool about this is as I turn the wheel, it'll actually show what your angle is. So if you're in any kind of off-road situation or just even trying to squeeze between cars in a Walmart parking lot, this will make it a lot easier to do so. All right, that's gonna wrap up our video for today. Again, my name is Peter C. This is all my information right here. So if you have any questions about this van, you want measurements of anything, or you want to come by and check one out, feel free to reach out to me at my cell phone number, 719-799-8357. Thanks for watching our video.